Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to set up the Keepkey hardware wallet. So let's get going. Okay, so here's our Keepkey hardware wallet. Comes in a nice subtle black box. It's got a laser seal down here from the factory. All right, so pretty straightforward. They give you a web address at the top for the initialization. Get started. This is the device. It's got one micro USB connector on the side there for the interface cable, and then one button here on the top. All right, and it's metal. Looks pretty nice. All right, let's see what else is in the box. Here's our recovery sentence card. All right, it looks like the Keepkey uses a 12-word recovery phrase. All right, so we're here on the Keepkey website, and I've got the device ready to go. I've got the cable connected to my USB port on my computer, and I'm ready to connect the device. So I'm just going to go over here where it says customer support. And then it has this link down here for a new Keepkey, start here. And it's kind of a walkthrough here. So it says getting started, initializing your Keepkey device. So you can use me or you can use this. All right, so we are going to need the Google Chrome app to manage our Keepkey device. So I'm just going to click this link and it should take me to the Google Play Store where I can add this guy to Chrome. So I'll do that. All right, and so as you can see, it's right next to my old Ledger apps. Back in the day, I used to use those for my Ledger. Ledger now has a new software, Ledger Live, but that's beside the point. So we can go up here to apps to access this page at any time. And it's just Chrome//apps. You might want to just put a link to this page in your web browser in case you don't have this up here. You just drag it, see how it's there. You could just drag it onto your bar if that's what you want, or add it to your bookmarks, however you want to do it, so you can get back to it easily. All right, so I'm just going to launch that. All right, I'm just going to take this out of the way. And so all I need to do is plug in my Keepkey. So it's ready to go. I've got the cable. I'm just going to plug it in. It only goes in one way. All right. And as you can see, it's kind of initializing here. Pretty cool. Shows down below that setting up a new device in Windows. Tells me my device is now ready. Now, it tells me I need to update the device. Unplug your Keepkey, then hold down the button while plugging in to start the device update. So I'm going to unplug it. All right, I'm going to hold in the button. As you can see, I'm holding the button, and then I'm going to plug it in again. So kind of have to use two hands here. All right, now that I've done that, I get the bootloader screen. So I'll hold this guy up and hit the upload bootloader on my screen. And there it goes, verify backup. Confirm you have access to the backup of your recovery sentence. I haven't set this guy up at all yet, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, I have to hold it down for a minute until I see a check mark. All right. And now it's preparing for the update. So I probably could have gone through the setup and then done this, but I just chose to, and it told me it needed it, so I did it. Now it wants me to disconnect and reconnect. It's pretty cool. I like the screen on this guy. All right, so now I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. All right, it's telling me the bootloader was successfully updated. Telling me the update is complete. I like that. Now it wants me to disconnect and reconnect again, holding down the button. All right, so let's try that again. Please disconnect and reconnect while holding the button down. We'll do that. We'll go through that again. All right, it likes that. Firmware update mode. All right, it's Windows is detecting it again. All right, and then also it's offering me this option to upgrade to the Shapeshift beta compatible. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to click the button there. All right, now it says preparing for the upgrade. It wants me to keep the device plugged in. It says it's updated is complete. It wants me to disconnect and reconnect, but this time it doesn't say to hold the button down. So I'm just going to disconnect and reconnect. All right, we're back at the Keepkey screen. All right, Windows is recognizing it again. Now we're ready to do the initialization. At this point, it sees that it needs to be initialized. So I'm just going to hit initialize Keepkey, and then we should see that 24-word recovery phrase. Now we can label this. So I'll just call it Keepkey number 1, just to keep it straight in my head. I'm assuming you can change this later. Maybe you can't. So I'm going to set that label. Now I need to set up a PIN. So when you look at the device, it's going to give you the number key layout, and you'll enter that number on your screen, right? So I'm going to enter a PIN, and then I'll need to confirm that, and the number positions have changed. All right, and then on the screen, it shows me all of my 12 words, right? So I'm going to write those down on the provided sheet and make sure that I've got them. And then when I'm done, I'll hit that button. All right, and after we've written down those words, I'm going to hit the button. Hit the button again. Oh, you have to hold it down for a minute until you see a check, and then it's going to run this update. All right, now it's going to load accounts. So their confirmation leaves a little bit to be desired. Most devices, when you write down a backup phrase, it will ask you to confirm the backup phrase. This one, the ball is in your court. If you did not write down that backup phrase and you lose your device or it gets wiped or whatever, you won't be able to recover. So please, please, please make sure you wrote down that device, double check it. Between the device and the piece of paper, make sure all the words are numbered properly, and there you go. All right, so now it looks like I've got a Bitcoin account ready to go. All right, so I have an empty Bitcoin address where I can receive Bitcoin. Okay, so I can generate a Bitcoin address and send some Bitcoin into this if I want. All right. And then in the settings, I have a lot of options that I can change. I can change that label. All right, and so if we want to confirm the recovery sentence, then we can choose this option here. We'll need to enter our PIN in that same interface. All right, and then once we get to this screen, you'll see that they have 12 words for us to enter, and they're going to show us on the device the letters, and we can use the keyboard to type them in. So I'll demo that for you real quick here. So you're going to be presented with 2 alphabets, right? And the alphabet on the top with the brighter letters are the letters that we intend to type. And then the lower alphabet in the grayish boxes are the actual letters that we'll type on the keyboard to get those letters. Okay, so for example, if I want to type the word dog, I will go over to the bright D and look below it and see the letter Y. And I will type the letter Y on my keyboard, and you see the letter D appears in the word after the number 1. And then over to O, I'll look at the top O, and below it I see J. I'll type that. And then I want the letter G, so I'll look at the top letter G and see the D below it and type that on my keyboard. And then there, I have the word dog typed out. And then if I want to move to the next word, I'll just type the space bar, and that moves me over to the next word. And then I'll proceed. All right, and then once you get all the words typed in there, it'll give you a confirmation that you've typed in the correct 12-word recovery phrase, and that'll be your confirmation that you wrote down the correct phrase when you set up the device. And then there's several other settings that you can adjust from this interface. Now, I added a couple accounts before I had the record on, after I added Bitcoin. And apparently you can't delete accounts. So I've looked around. So, for example, I've got the Ethereum here, and I can edit the name, but it's still an Ethereum account. And I don't see any interface for deleting accounts individually. You can go into the settings and wipe the device, but you'll have to start over, and it'll generate a new 12-word recovery phrase. But c'est la vie, it was pretty straightforward. So I'll just demo how you do it here with the plus down at the bottom, and then you choose the cryptocurrency that you're after. I'll go ahead and choose Dash this time, and I'll just write the word Dash. You can name these accounts anything you want to, but you probably want to keep them consistent. All right. And so when you go into the account and do a receive, you'll see an address generated. And you'll also see the address on your device so that you can confirm that the addresses match and that you've got a valid address to send coins to. All right. And then, of course, you'll notice that for each account, if I go into Dash, it says receive Dash. And they also have the icon of the cryptocurrency, so you won't get confused. Even if you named this account Bitcoin, you would still know that it was a Dash account. All right, so we want to load this wallet up with some cryptocurrency. So we can transfer it from one of our exchange accounts like Coinbase, Bittrex, or Binance, or we can transfer it from a different wallet. I have some stored in my ledger, so I'll demo how to transfer some cryptocurrency from one wallet to the other, just to give you a feel as to how transfers work on this device and on some other devices. So I'm going to send a little bit of this Litecoin into the Keepkey wallet. So I'll just choose send, and it wants an address, right? So we'll start on the Keepkey over here. We'll hit Litecoin, and then we'll just choose receive Litecoin, and then we want to confirm that address on the device. You can see the device has indicated the address. We'll just double check that to make sure it's the same address, and then we'll hold down the button to confirm. All right, and then we can safely copy that address into our clipboard here, and then go back over to the sending wallet and paste it in. All right, and I can send a small amount. I'll send 0.3 Litecoin. It's not a whole bunch of Litecoin. All right, and then that sends over to my device, and the balance goes down here, and then I should see the Litecoin come in on this device. It might take a few minutes. All right, and while I'm waiting on that Litecoin, I'll do a little Bitcoin too. Same concept, right? I just go into the Bitcoin wallet, I'll hit receive Bitcoin, I'll get that address, I'll confirm the address on my Keepkey, and hold down the button there. All right, and then once I've confirmed that the addresses match, I'll hit the little clipboard there, get that address in my clipboard, and then I'll go over to my sending wallet, and I'm going to send some Bitcoin, and I'll paste in that Bitcoin address, all right? And I'll just probably do a 0.002 set. All right. I don't want you to get too caught up with the fact that I'm sending it from a ledger. You don't have to send it from a ledger, but I'm using two different hardware devices that have their own confirmation process. Just kind of give you a feel of how moving cryptocurrency around works. Now, if you were going to transfer some cryptocurrency from your Coinbase account, the process would be very similar. You would just go over and do a receive and get that address, confirm on the device, as we've done before, and copy that into your clipboard, and then go into the send interface, right? You have a send here where you can send coins to an external wallet, and you would just paste in the address of your Keepkey wallet, just like we did with the ledger. Very similar process. All right, so you can see that Litecoin has arrived in the wallet. Litecoin moves a little bit faster than Bitcoin, so I kind of expected that to happen. And so you can store your cryptocurrency on this Keepkey for long-term cold storage. It's a very safe hardware device solution where the private key is held on the device. It never leaves the device. Private key is used to sign transactions, but it never leaves the device. So you're not sending it out across the internet. So it's a very safe and secure way to store cryptocurrency long-term. All right, and here you can see that the Bitcoin has now arrived too. It took a little bit of time. There's no hurry when you're storing long-term storage on a hardware device. So it's a great place to squirrel away extra cryptocurrency and just store long-term. Now, also, this device can be used in conjunction with the Shapeshift website for direct trading within the wallet, and I'll do that in another video. But you don't need to do that at all, really. If you have a Keepkey, you can simply use it for long-term storage, and it works great for that. So if you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments, and I'll do my best to get them answered. And I will do another video on the Shapeshift platform. I'd like to remind everyone that I have a live stream every Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please join me for the live Q&A in LA. Throw out any questions that you may have, and I'll do my best to get them answered on the fly. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.